Hey guys, my name is Yak and welcome back to another pointless city skyline experimental video where today we are going to try and make everybody transport by every transport mode, hub, thingamajig, booty. It sounds complicated, but quite a while ago I did an experiment where I made everybody use every type of transport to get to and from the residential to the commercial industrial area, and it worked pretty well. Now with the recent update, you can now get these transport hubs here, which they're a hub which kind of combined at least two different types of transports to get to and from places. Like for example, this one here combines the metro and the subway. The airport here combines helicopters, planes and metros. Then we have the monorail bus, which is buses and monorails. They're all connected in some kind of way. Now what if I kind of, play off that last experiment that we did and make it where we create a residential, create an industrial and commercial, and to get from there to there we have to try and transfer them onto pretty much every single one of these. It's going to be quite the challenge. It's going to be quite fun. I know there's a ferry one in there, which is this one here, so we have to create some canals or something at some point. But it'd be quite interesting to see if they will go from the residential to, wherever they need to go to via all of these transport links. Because it's different from like a normal, like setting up a bus, a ferry, a train line, all that kind of jazz. They're the hubs. That's what, transports them over. So it's going to be quite interesting. I want to see if we can do this. So I think what we'll do then is from here, I ain't too fussed about how this is going to go down. I really ain't. I couldn't care less how they get into the region. So what we're going to do is, I know we have that little connection over there. Fine. You've twisted my arm, guys. You've twisted my arm. We'll create a little thingamajig here. There we go. Okay, look, you twisted my arm. It's done. It's done. Now leave me alone. Right, boom and boom. Now, guys, while I build this, then, if you are enjoying these experiments and want to see more of them in the future, please let me know in the comment section. Smash that like button down below so you're notified when that next experimental video comes out. Because, guys, I'm having a lot of fun making them. You guys have a lot of fun watching them. And I got some really cool ideas coming up. So let me know if you want to see more of these anyway. Right, so this is our little makeshift entry point. Let's just create this road going up. And we're going to create a nice little residential section in right now. So you got 11 on the first one to maximize the space. So we've got to make a nice big bulky residential area. Otherwise, nobody is going to want to go anywhere. And we'll just cut through the middle. There we go. And like I said, we'll bulk this up right now. Getting the residential down. In all areas, that's all we literally care about. Nice. We'll throw in some mortar real quick. There we go. Nice. Get a couple of water towers down just there. Get some power down right now, which will go with the Tesla Gigafactory. I know it's over the top, but it's just to kind of get them all the power they need. Give them the water. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, drag this over to the sea. Or the river at this point. And then I'm just going to drop a couple of these down. There's many other ways in which I can do this, but this is just going to be the quickest route to do it. Give this some power. Oh, water required. Oh, it's the wrong one. I want the other one. There we go. Right, there we go. Sweet, mate. So into play mode. That's got the bare minimum needed to kind of create this little area. And we'll just come off a little bit there. So I can place down then the garbage need. I can then place down the... Hold on. Healthcare need. The fire need. The policing need. And then finally the death care need. And then literally, guys, right, I'm done. I'm freaking done at that point. So we need to get them transported over to there. Now, we need to look at these transport hubs a lot carefully because there's a couple of transport hubs that can bring in people, but we can't do nothing about it. We can turn it on and off, obviously, but we also can't use it. And that falls into play the airports. Now the airports, obviously we've got this international one there. We also have this metropolitan one. They bring in people, of course they do. So if I place this down just to kind of let you see it, we can't even take anybody off. So people are going to come in. So in any way, and just do what they've got to do. So I think what we'll do then, we'll make the start and end, both ends have an airport. That means is when they bring in people via the airport, they either start at the beginning or they start at the end. And to get to the other side, then they have to go through all the transport hubs. I think that's the best way where we integrate it, because there's no point adding one of these in halfway, because they can land in halfway and just go to and from it. It just makes it, you know, too easy for them at that point. So that's what we're going to have to try and replicate then. And obviously to get them from the airport, for example, if I use the Metropolitan Hub to begin with, I can either do it by helicopters or via the subway line connected underneath, which I think I'm going to do helicopters, boys. I think I'm going to do helicopters. So let's get that in quite close so we can maximize the space. And just kind of get that connected over there so there's a road. And does it have the water? It will do now. There we go. So that will bring people in general to the area. Now what we do is then after is we're going to create a little road here. Create a little road, and all that's going to be added to this road is going to be, where is it? Helicopter. Oh no, can I do the modules? I need a helicopter one. So it kind of can't be a module. So we have to connect by, I could not do helicopters, but then again, it would be nice to try and integrate helicopters into it. But then again, it's not a hub, is it? No, it's not a hub. So maybe I could do then like the subway to something else. So let's go with, we've done that one. We've got the monorail to bus. We have the monorail to train. We don't have a monorail to subway, do we? Is that a... to train, connects monorails to train. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll save those until we get to the train section. I can make them instantly go to train via these. But then again, we also have inner city bus hubs that also hook up to. So which one of these has the subway line? That one does there. And then this one also has it as well. So, okay, we'll start with this one. Oh no, we need the one that's got the freaking. Okay. What? This is my idea. Okay, these metro. That's also a metro. So we'll start with this metro here, right? So what happens is they land here, metro it to there, then they get on a bus, which we're gonna have to make sure that we change. Well, I'll make the road go really long so it's not feasible to walk. So they then hop on a bus that connects these two up. Right there, and then they get another bus that connects the next one up, but the second one will be so I place this one here. So what we're doing there, it's easy to kind of break it down like this. So I need to get the bus thingy hub depot down first. So we're saying, and can I get out of underground mode, or is that how it's going to be? I think that's how it's going to be. We create a new line, there to there and back like that. So they subway to there, they then bus to here. This one doesn't have a subway stop, and for good reason, because the next one we place down, which would be this one, has a subway stop. So it goes from subway to bus, and then once they get into this one, they're back on the subway, which we can then link them to the one that has the subway to trains. See guys, I'm smart. I'm getting there. I'm kind of getting there. So then, of course, we want to make this pretty long so they don't walk it. And I think we'll bring this one out by 40. No, actually, you don't need to bring it out by 40. I'm trying to save a little bit of time, like space as well. Alright, bring that straight down. There we go. So bring that to there. We'll get all the water and all stuff that hooked up a little bit later. So then this will add in this one. So then back to the buses, we're then creating a connection from there to there and back. This is going to be so elaborate, but if I can pull this off, this is going to be amazing. So then that has then the subway stop underneath. So then here, if I just do that there, We are then going to connect on the hub. So we've got all the 3 of them down. Then we run to this one, the metro train hub thing, which I also have to connect it to a road, which is fine. We'll do it like that. And then we'll connect that over there. So I'll just do that a little bit later. Then we get the train. Now the train also has a subway line in. So I think what we'll do is train here to train there. Right, what does this have? That's a bus route, isn't it? We also have the hubs here, which these are for buses. That's got a subway line in. So okay, right, I figured it out in my head. I've got it figured out in my head, guys. Just bear with me a second. So then, let me just get these straight going up right now. So one there. We'll have one there. Let me just delete these roads, like I said, because we don't want them to walk over to it. Right, run out of space, but I can buy more land. Oh, these don't have the power. Whoops-a-daisy. Okay, where was I? So we make them go on the subway stop to there. They transfer over to rail, which we make them hit up this train station there. Which the way I've got to do it is quite difficult. Okay, we'll make them go to that one. Right, which will then make them go to this one via a subway. Then they're back onto train. So once they're back onto train, we kind of... Oh, actually, that's not going to work, is it? Monorail. Ah, no. Metro Monorail train hub. Which will then we switch them onto this monorail. Back onto a bus. Right. Back onto a bus or monorail bus hub. Yeah. They could switch onto another subway to the other airport. Oh, no, I've got the ferries to do, sorry. Oh, no, it's the bus to the ferry. There we go. To the ferry exchange. Right, we get in there. It gets so complex, doesn't it? It literally does. So that's to the train there. Which will bring that up. So to the train. And then we bring the train to this. I know I'm going to have to do some creative turns and stuff for all of this. Maybe I could just do it like this. I should have done this with some of the other stuff. I might fine-tune some of the other stuff in just a moment. So you get that there, which is a train to subway. Right. There's a train to subway. Or I can make it go on the monorail. So I'll go train to here. Oh yeah, I do need to make it go to the monorail, sorry. I do need to make it go to the monorail. Right, monorail there. So just make this a little bit longer. Actually, let me delete that a bit more. I'm going a little bit too far away. So I can delete the road in the middle. There we go. So just delete that road. So to monorail there. Easy enough. And then from monorail, it lands there, which is then a bus stop. Right, remember that. It's a bus stop. So if I bring that like this, I've got to have the road like that. So we need that connection there for the bus stop there. Because then we go in to the ferry stop. But I need to put that on the shoreline. So to do that, we need a really, really wide canal. So we'll do wide and deep. And I'll pick it there. I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm going to bring it straight all the way up now to the river. There we go. So that will just naturally fill up in time. And then that should be able to hang over. Oh, we've got to delete that road. That's what's stopping us there. So that will hang over there. So ferry stop to ferry stop. So if I put that one there. And then put this one there. So it's a bus to there and then a bus to there. And then I just need to buy some more land. Real quick. It's a good job we got infinite money. There we go. So bus to there, bus to there. So what haven't we used? So we've used train to metro, right? Yeah, which is there. We used all those. Haven't used the international airport just yet. I've used everything right now. I've used it all. So now we're on bus right now. So now I'm going to have to duplicate something that we've already used. Which is fine. Because that's going to be the way that we now get it connected. So if I bring this... I've got to bring this quite far down right now. So when they get off this, they'll use the bus and not walk. It's the same thing we have to do for the other one, I just realised. Because they could quite easily get off there and walk, and I don't want them to do that. I've got to make them use the bus. So yeah, bring it quite far down and bring it all the way back up again. There we go. Just trying to use a freaking bus. So here then, what we'll do, and we'll use one of the hubs again. And it will be one that has a subway stop. So is this one got the subway stop? Yes. Now the reason for that is I can then connect it up to the airport. Because it has a subway stop. So there's probably different ways I could have done this better. But right now, this is still going to work. So I add it just here. Actually, I'll turn it around this way. Like that. And then this will be then connected. There we go. To a little grid setup here. Of our commercial and a little bit of industrial to make them, you know, get over here. There we go. So that's how it's pretty much going to work. I've now just have to now get them all connected up. Right, how far is the water coming down? Okay, it's still on the way down before I can actually get in the ferry line. But we'll get everything else set up. All these buildings will complain over time about having garbage policing and all that kind of stuff. And they probably will burn down at some point. So I'm going to have to also make sure that I get the services linked up on each road. It's going to be a pain, but it's what we've got to do to get this experiment working. Right, is that enough to say that they've all got water? I think so. In terms of power then, I'll just get these little solar panel ones added in, because the majority of them are hooked up on a road. There we go. Alright, and just do that there for now. So then they've all got the power. And let's start from the beginning then. So we've got the airport here, the big boy airport. We could have done it by helicopters, but there's no helicopter hub in that little area. I know I could go to the other tabs, but that's not what I want to do. I want to use all this new stuff. So from here then, it is a pretty much a straight underground connection there to there, and that's what we're now setting up. Nice little back and forth. So that's connected to there, which then we already have a connection from there to there, and then another one from there to there. We just then need to bring, which is going to be quite interesting, now the subway round like this to go underground to connect to there. So I can do a line from there to there and back. Glorious. And then we're on to the trains. So we'll just do a simple train line. Like that. And then we'll do a train line there. And then we have one there. Okay. And let's get these connected then. So we need a train line from there to there and back. I could have connected those up by a subway, to be honest. Now we'll keep it to train. Which one is it? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah, bam, there to there and back. And then we'll go there to there and back. So yeah, the only way they can get connected is by these little transport links. And then we're on Monorail, which is also quite interesting. And that is the shortest journey ever on a monorail. There to there, which is good. So that's now all hooked up. And then we've got the back to the buses again. Now we do have to do a bus depot for it to work. So bus depot just there. So we go from there to there and back. So it drives all the way down there. Hopefully it's long enough that they don't, you know, walk it. But that's what we'll keep an eye on to make sure that they don't do that. Then we go from there to there and back. We do need a ferry line. I just realised. Ferry ship path, or can we just connect one up ourselves? Or am I still just waiting for water? Right, let's fast forward to get this water down. No, I'm sure it hooks it up itself, right? Oh, I need a ferry depot. That's what I need, sorry. A ferry depot. There we go. And then, is it just as simple as that? Create new line from there to there. And back. It's quite a distance, but that's what makes it all fun. The ferries have already fell into the bottom. That's hilarious. Right, okay, while it does that then, just pause it for a second. We've got the bus line to there, and then just to finally connect it with our underground metro. There to there. Boom, boom, and back. Beautiful. Right, it's all connected. Right, they're already now complaining about what? Needs to be connected to lines. What is this? A bus depot. You are connected to lines. Oh, I think it's trying to pull buses out to somewhere else. It's this one here that needs the... I just realised what it was. I didn't put a bus depot on this. No, I did. You've got one there. You've got one there. It only does the blue lines. I'll place a couple more down just in case. But we have buses going around on those routes anyway. So don't even lie. Okay? Don't even lie. Alright, to there. All good. Right, we've got to wait for the water to naturally sort itself out again. And realise it's the end of the canal. Please stop. Maybe I might have to reset the water line. Oh, it kind of completely deletes all of that. Snap. Right, it's all going to come in. We'll let it do what it's got to do. I just realised the ferries have to go all the way up and back down. It's still funny. Right, okay. So, with that then said, I think we then start to add in... I can even do the services first so none of these places burn down or any trouble happens. I think we'll do that. So, pause again. I'll start with the fire depot. I'll do one on each road that I can add it to. There we go, because these will have issues. I know I'm doubling up on some roads, but I'm just making sure I've got it all down. And then we go back with the policing. Because if I settle all these needs, then, you know, none of the places get burnt down or stop working on accident. Because if one of them stops, then the whole line is dead in the water. And I don't just mean the ferries. And then we're going to need death care as well. Believe it or not, we do need death care. I'm not so much sure on healthcare. I don't think we need it. But I know people can die in these areas. We'll get a hospital there over here anyway. What else do I need? Oh, garbage. That was the other one. Freaking garbage. So I put a nice little garbage recycling thingy on each one. It's a right pain this is, but it's what we've got to do. It's what we've got to do. Right, that should solve some of the issues. And a lot of them complain they've got no water. Of course they are. Right, there. Leave me alone. Oh, they also need more power. Do you know, I should have just kind of pulled it from over here, really. Like that. And then to there. Oh. To there. That's all connected there. To there. To there. Right, it's all connected via power anyway. Right, can we now finally do the experiment, please? I hope so. Right, the water is... Hold on, what's going on with the water? Oh, I've reset the sea level. Oh, I've reset the sea level really bad. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, man. I've reset to sea level, not realising. Right, the water's coming down. I can see the wave. It's on its way down. Oh, snap. No wonder it's terrible. Right, let that go. Whoa, we'll just give that time. And it should finish up. But that's now all up and running. I don't know if we're going to have people actually using any of this yet if they land over here. How is our residential area? People are sick. There's garbage issues. How can there be garbage issues when we're pumping out everything right now? You know, pretty smoothly. I can't see how we're going to need another one of these. Is there just not enough people living here? I mean, we've only got 5,000 people. Right, we'll zone a little bit more. Right, give these water. Right, we'll leave it like that anyway, because now we need to get it all set up. So, that's all done then. We're still waiting for the water to come in. Let's set up then our little bit of industry. Boom, boom. And our little bit of commercial. Boom, the boom, boom, boom. Right, there and there. There and there. Now, I'm well aware that we're going to need stuff to keep the commercial industry happy with cargo and stuff like that, which is what I'm going to do now is drop down a cargo airport. So it must be placed by a roadside. How could I forget? Right, there we go. They've got a cargo hub. So all needs water then. There we go. And it will all have its own power connected straight away. Apart from here. Damn, Frulio. This needs a little bit of water too. Right, there we go. We're now up and running. It can get its cargo in and out. Glorious. So now it's all about just waiting. Water's now about to enter in, by the way. Now it's all about waiting for them to start transferring over. So people are now on their way to the airport, which is a good sign already. Meaning that they then transfer over to here via the subway line. And then they get on a bus. So we wait for the subway to come over, which has just come over. So are people now getting off? Yeah, people now getting off. Not too many just yet. Not too many, boys. How many were waiting? I'm sure we've seen like a lot of people walking in. Are they just not coming over here now? I gotta see these planes taking off. I gotta make sure that no one's... Where did you just come from? Right, let's wait for a plane to take off. Where do you go? Oh, you got no passengers on board anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm waiting for a plane to get generated over here. But they're all walking in. Yeah, a few people getting off. Right, there's a plane. Right, can I follow you? Where do you go? Where do you go? If it goes to over here, we're in trouble. No, it's just going out the region. That's all it's doing. Okay, I was going to say then, hopefully they're not transferring over. They don't do that. That's the one thing I wish we could do in the game is create passenger lines. But we can't do that, unfortunately. That's just not how the game works. But we're now transferring them over, right? I mean, we're starting to see people over here waiting. It just doesn't feel as many as I thought it would do. But then again, we've also got them coming over from this side as well. Sam, anybody? I mean, we've just got the water over here. So give that some time. Get that connected as well. There we go. So people are going in. It's looking nice. People are being transferred. It's all good. People are being transferred. It's just a little bit slower than you want it to. But that's probably down to the fact that we only have 7,000 people. So maybe we do need to bulk up the amount of people coming in. That could be another reason. Right, let's get that done. Let's sort this little residential area out. I might even get the space elevator down as well to start bringing in tourists. Right, we've now widened the town. I've also now placed in all the services, and I've got a nice little subway loop connected up there. So all the residents can be pumped over to the airport really, really easily, which will be a big help for us, which can then get them all the way over to here a lot easier too. That's kind of what we're hoping for. It's kind of what we were hoping for. So we've got a few people coming in. I just don't like the fact that they... I mean, we're going to get a lot of people also arriving by airplane as well. But I can see a lot of people walking in to the airport. But now it's going to be quite misleading because they could also be people who are wanting to get into the subway loop, just get to the residential areas. That's what's also going to be kind of misleading. But subway train comes. Not that many people get off. There is still a few. But we'd also get people coming from this way as well as they arrive. What do you call it? From the subway, and then they kind of get off over here. But it's one of those things you don't really see them over here because it's all inside of hubs, and that's the other misleading part of it. Right, buses are going in. And you can just about see. But it's not a great view, really. So many peeps coming in. Do you know what we might do? Get rid of this airport. Because if it is turning out to be... That's just arrived. That they're exiting to fly over to here. I'm not saying it's possible. But I don't like the thought that they potentially could do it, if that makes sense. Because that then is so freaking annoying. So let's get them the space elevator. Where is it right now? Space elevator. Is it this one? Yeah. And let's place this. Literally, we'll place it just there. So it's in walking distance of going to the airport and getting people transferred. Now we're going to need so much more zoning over here set up to get everybody over here as well. So let's progress a little bit further with this then. So I'm just going to bring it all up and just do these grids. And if I have to, I will get rid of the freaking... We'll do shopping. We'll get rid of the airport if I have to. Well, that's going to need water. There we go. Let that build up. And then hopefully people will start coming over here. Look at the amount of people just entering from the airport right now. This is everyone just moving into the city. We still have to give them time. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll give them time and then see where it falls. So I've really bulked up this area right now. I got rid of the airport and added in a little subway line just to kind of get rid of it, just to, like, you know, it just kind of made more sense. Because, you know, it was an easy option to get people over here. And we still got the cargo airport in, but I've really bulked it with landmarks, stadiums, all the schools and stuff are over here as well. They complain about there's not enough customers because it's quite a journey to get over here. The subway is just here right now, which you've had no people using it just yet. But it shouldn't be too long till they're on their way. But let me go back to the beginning then. So the space elevator is just there. It brings a lot of people in on both lines. Now this side here is the important one, the one we're kind of looking at. And look at it already. It's already transferring people over, which brings them over to here, which a lot of people are now getting off, as you can see. So I'm not sure where they're walking to. It's a dead road up there, dead end. But yeah, there's a lot of people now waiting for the bus, which is good for us. Very good for us. As we wait for them to kind of pull in and then get going. And then you can see as they transfer over to this side, that's where they come in here. Then they get over to this side to get on the bus to transfer over to here. But it's kind of is like a waiting game. And then from this side here, you can see there's people walking on the subway to then get transferred over to this stop, which we don't really see them. You have to kind of get like a good angle to the monorail, which because it's only a short distance, no, it's not a monorail, it's a train. Because this train's only a short distance, they get transferred over pretty quick. Same for this one. And then they're on the monorail, which is a short one again, which gets transferred over to here. And then they get hit up on another bus route, another bus journey, which takes them straight over to the ferries, which I don't think they've quite made it over here just yet. Because then they stop is just there. So it's a short distance there, but then to take them back is even longer. Which they then stop off here, which they get on the subway stop, which brings them to, where is it? Just there. So I think they're still on their way to get over here, but I've enticed them with enough stuff at the minute to bring them over. Got loads of schools and universities and all that kind of jazz to kind of bring them over here. There's a lot of tourist stuff, so bring the tourists over. So it's slowly happening. It's slowly getting the peeps and then bringing them over, which is a good sign. Very happy about this. There's so many buses. So many buses right now. So this is the transfer to over this side, where they then transfer onto a subway line. And off they go. Can we see anybody getting off just yet? It's quite difficult to view it. So the buses come in one by one. There's a couple of people there, as you can see. It's really difficult to see, but they're like light green. They jump onto that, which then transfer over to here. I don't know if we'll be able to see them or not. Yeah, a couple of people got off, meaning there'll be a few people over here waiting. Yeah, you can just about see them. But obviously some of them work at some of these buildings as well. So that's also the other difference. But it is quite cool. It is working. It's just, it's like say there's like 100 people here, then you'll get 90, 80, 70, 60. As it goes on, less and less people you see there because of obviously the capacities and whatnot of some of the transport vehicles. But it's slowly happening. And you don't see that many people walking into the airport because I have the subway line underneath, which brings them over. So it transfers them over. As you can see, they then switch sides, which is perfect. We've got like nearly 40,000 people living in the city. So does it work? Yes. It's a pain and a half. It really is. And we're probably not really making any money off public transport. We're making $600 because they come in staggered stages. I find it hilarious, mate. I do find this freaking hilarious. Watching them trying to get over here. I really do. I really do right now. It's hilarious. It takes them so long to transport over. But they get there in the end. They do get there in the end. So let's just go through it. And so subway stop to there, bus route to there, bus route to here, train to there. Subway to there, train to there, train to here, then train to there. And we've got a monorail to here, with a bus route to there, ferry to there, bus route back to here, subway to there. Don't you find that ridiculous? I find that so ridiculous right now. It is hilarious. What have I done? What have I done right now to this monstrosity? It's so cool all at the same time. There's so many more people now coming in. But we got buses coming in like quite often. So that kind of solves it. What happened if I crossed it like that? Would they then all just decide to walk it? I know the buses have then a shorter journey to travel. You might start seeing them start to walk it a bit more. Yeah, look, they're all getting off and they're all walking in different directions. I kind of want to play around with this now and see what happens. Because they'll probably then just get off here and then walk straight to the over here is probably what they'll start doing now at this point. Which cuts out a large chunk of it. I don't want them to do that. But yeah. Do you know what I think I'll do right now? Is delete this. Move the space elevator to like a centralized location. So let's say I put it here. Does that have water? Yeah. And then watch them all get off. Get onto this. And it's kind of like in the center almost. And then they'll be going in many different ways. As we then we watch them then transfer over. It's kind of difficult to see here. But if I just pause a second, that train has nobody on board. Oh, they're going this way? How many did that monorail have? 155. Wow, yeah, they're going in this direction. That's cool. That's cool to see. So they got off there. They all have to get onto the buses right now, which might take some time. So as the buses all slowly start to pull in, we then should slowly start to see some people get off it. I'm not sure which is the first bus to contain people. I'm not actually sure which one it was. It could be one of these buses coming in there. There's so many people waiting there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, where's the bus? There's a bus now coming. Some of them choose to drive anyway, so they don't want to like hit up the buses. But there we go. Which they get then transferred over. It's all happening, mate. It's all freaking happening right now. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It is kind of cool. You gotta admit. I'm happy with this. I am. So not many people want to go over there, but they slowly do get pushed over. Slowly, but surely, it happens. But guys, I think we're going to end it for here. It's quite an elaborate plan. I mean, it doesn't really work to the extent that you would want it to. It's probably too many connections for our liking. But at the same point, it does work. Whew, that is a lot of travel. That is a lot of money they're going to spend on tickets to get to and from. It doesn't work. Like, the city is like collapsing right in front of us. It's a lot of money that we were spending a month to maintain this, but it's quite good at the same time. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.